Peace, diehards. What's up, man? This is your boy Eru, the Any Star, host of this NY Knicks Podcast. We got State of the New York Knicks coming in the building right here, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. We obviously are going to be talking about the days of events here. Let's pull up this little thumbnail I made here. We got McCollum, we got Beal, we got Cousins to talk about. Like I said, you can see me and State in the middle there. But it is what it is, man. We're going to get busy, start talking. So without further ado, let's bring my man State up in here. What's good, State? How's it going with you?
Yo, what's up, bro? I totally forgot about CJMcCollum. That's what's so crazy. We could talk about him too.
Yeah, you know how we do. We're gonna talk about everything, man. But you called me to arms, man. I normally right now I would be like in my second dream right now, trying to get ready for tomorrow and shit.
You know, I seen the report for Stephen Bondi today. And it spoke about how World Wide West is working behind the scenes and he's trying to get Bradley Beal to force a trade to the Knicks. And then I hear the Michael K show. And, you know, the Michael K show, they're very critical. But, you know, one of the guys was talking about the trade and he was like, basically, you know, to get Bradley Beal, you got to trade Mitchell Robinson. You got to trade RJ Barrett. You got to trade first round pick. Now I'm like, whoa. I'm like, all right, you're asking for a little too much. I don't want to get Carmelo Anthony part 2. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not going to listen. So now I give it back to you. Who on this roster would you like to save from this purge?
Well, first of all, I want to say I got Stephen Bondi blocked on Twitter, and I got your boy what's the guy you said that was on what's the other guy you mentioned?
Oh, Mark Berman?
Oh no, Michael K. Michael K. I got Michael K.
K
blocked, and I got Stephen Bondi blocked on Twitter, man. I don't want to hear what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? Is like two guys that are you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You get the picture. I blocked them because I don't want to see what they got to say. But you know, I get it, man. You know, we don't need reports from these guys to let us know the World Wide West is working behind the scenes. Because I mean, we hired him like how many months ago? You know what I'm saying? So you know, we already know World Wide West is doing whatever he's been doing this whole like last 30 years or so, right? We were just talking about that. Like, what the hell was he doing like the last 30 years and stuff? But somehow here he is. He's like one of the most powerful guys in basketball. Yeah, but you know, anyway, like to answer your question, man. Like if you're gonna like negotiate, you don't negotiate. Be like, all right, listen, man, we're gonna negotiate for this house. All right, cool. I'll give you all my life savings and you know everything that I got and my car, and my kids. I'll sign everything on the lease. They give me, please give me this house. What do you think? You know, you don't start like that. You know what I'm saying? You start like this house. Okay, you want me to buy the house? And you know what? You know, fix the front steps, you know, to the way I like it, and maybe change the doorknobs, and you know, paint the ceiling in the bathroom, stupid shit like that. You tell them stupid stuff like that, and if they agree to it, then they'll do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We got Tony Crow wants to get up in here. I'll send Tony an invite too, man.
Yeah, tell Tony Crow to pull up, man.
Yeah, because you got me, we got Crazy State here, so we got to get somebody to be the voice of reason of that. So I'll hit up Mr. Tony. Yeah, so I mean, you know, that's how I feel about it, man. We can't just give up all of our assets, you know, without even getting a good negotiation. Like, how do we know for sure what the other teams want? Like, we assume that they're gonna want all of our best players, but did we talk to them yet? You know, for instance, Washington. You know, Washington is kind of stuck with Beal, whatever. It's like either you're gonna keep Beal and work with you know, Russell Westbrook and stuff like that and build that way. You know, that's up to you guys. If you want to do that, then that's up to you. You know, but if you want to get rid of Beal, you know, don't look for us to give you no bag. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I don't want to give none of these guys no bag.
Now, here's when you meet the crossroads, and things start getting a little dicey, because if World Wide West is pushing for Beal and Leon Rose drafted Obi, but then Leon Rose didn't draft RJ, so now things is getting dicey. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Now I gotta hope to God that Scott Perry, a guy who's the villain, who was named the villain, I gotta hope to God that he's the same person in this situation. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, that's the thing though. That's really like an assumption. Like you assume that these guys, okay, I drafted them, so I'm not going to trade them. Well, I drafted this guy, I'm not going to trade that guy. The thing is, like, everybody's supposed to be in it for the championship, so it doesn't matter who drafted who. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like Obi, we drafted Obi, but we found out today from that JJ Redick podcast that they called World Wide West, and these guys called Julius Randle and asked him what kind of coach he wanted. So if you ask him, Julius Randle, what kind of coach he wants to be on the team, that means that they had no intentions to trade Julius Randle. They just picked up Obi Toppin as an asset. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they thought that it could work. Maybe that's why they have Obi Toppin playing a lot of perimeter style of basketball, that type of thing. So maybe they thought that they can like double down on that bully ball stuff and bring Obi in here to be a 3, or maybe just come off the bench. I don't know what their plans are, but we just can't assume that that guys are just going to be holding tight to their draft picks and not going to want to trade them and stuff like that.
Nah, that's a fact. I'm gonna assume that the first 2 pieces that's out the door in a Beal trade is Knox and Frank. So then that's when the conundrum happens, because you're gonna give up Obi or you're gonna give up Randle. Randle's having an all-star caliber season. You're gonna have to pay Randle $28 million. Obi, he ain't produced not a goddamn thing. And he's on a 4-year rookie scale deal. So it's so many narratives to, unravel. I'm glad I'm not the person that's behind the scenes that got to deal with that, because that's a lot on the plate. I don't even know what the hell is going to happen. But I'm not trading our first round pick from this year. I don't think I would do that either. And I don't think I would give up quickly.
Nah, to me, I feel like we can't get rid of none of those guys, man. Like I feel like we have to set the table. We have to be like, okay, listen, to trade, let's say to trade Beal, or to trade what's the other guy, Drummond, or they basically make the same amount of money, right? So to trade them, we got to give up base. This is the base. We got to give up Frank, Knox, and Rivers. That's the base right there without any draft picks. That's how the money goes, because the Knicks are already under the cap $14 million. So you add that up. So that's the base. So we got to hit them with that. This is what we want to give you for this player. Of course, they're going to be like, hell no, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got to give us something else. Then that's a negotiation. Now the thing is, we do have these draft picks, so they can ask for what they want to ask for. They can go crazy too. So listen, we want all your draft picks for the future. And then we just go back and forth like that. But the thing, like, I'm with you on that. Like, next year we got 2 first-round draft picks. So, I'm not trading both. They can have one. I kind of want to keep the Dallas pick, obviously, because they're in the worst, situation, as far as like getting into the playoffs and stuff like that. So I'd rather keep Dallas picks, so they can take our pick this year. All right, we can't trade back-to-back picks. So then that next year we also got 2 picks. See, that's hindsight. You know what I'm saying? They made that deal with the intention that to have them spaced out like that, because you can't trade multiple picks back to back like that. So that comes in handy, because we could trade that 2021 pick, maybe our pick, and then trade Dallas's pick in 2023. That's 2 right there. And if they want to get greedy, they can ask for the next one. So maybe we can give depending on how we work it, maybe get 2024 pick or even the 22 pick, but we just would have to maybe give up the 2 Dallas picks and then give our 22 pick. That's 3 picks, but that's for Beal. But you give those picks because you don't want to give up quickly. You don't want to give up RJ. You don't want to give up those guys. So then you have to give up the picks. If you don't want to give up the picks, then you got to give up RJ. And then we got Obi too. So Obi could be that guy that we give up instead of RJ and quickly. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because we're negotiating. You're not going to just tell me that you give me a whole roster. That's not how it's going down. And then, Leon Rose is a master of this game. So you're not going to beat Leon Rose at his own game. And World Wide West got shooters, you know what I'm saying, down in the LES ready to come up to the Garden and do something. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
I will say this. As far as Bradley Beal is concerned, I just hope they don't give up too much. Like, I'll get Roy Hachimura. You like, give me a young piece from them. Like, don't just get him Knox, Frank, all this. don't give him everything and not get at least a young piece in Beal in return, at least.
Well, I mean, what is Knox and Frank doing for us now, though? And if we get Beal, if we was to get Beal in this deal, what is Knox and Frank doing for us with Beal here? They're not gonna. Neither one of those guys gonna play, especially Frank if Beal is here.
I mean, if they take Alec Burks, Frank will play. No, Alec Burks and Bullock. You got to be realistic. Alec Burks and Bullock, those two bums is going to get minutes. So yeah, Frank ain't going to play. That's
what I'm saying. He's not going to play. He's already not playing now. Because I don't know what's up with Tibbs, but he just steadfast and I'm thinking maybe it's just like just the way that the guys carried themselves. Because even Julius Randle was saying that it has to do with he's saying it's like some of the best teammates that he's ever played with. So there's a little bit more psychological going on here, that these guys are just fighting for each other. And I guess he feels that, personality wise, Frank and these guys are just not pulling as hard as some of these other guys are.
Yeah. Tibbs is a 63-year-old man with no wife, with no kids. so he's going to be stuck in his ways, and that's that. We just gonna have to wait and see. Knox and Frank ain't playing, so I know they're gonna go in the trade. It's just that third piece. Like I'm not willing to give up Obi Toppin. Not right now.
But if we give up Beal, we got to give up something. So what would you give up for a Beal trade? See, I'm just thinking base. I'm only giving them the base. If they want extra, that's up to them. They got to figure that out. But so what would you get?
So on the Knicks' behalf of them putting out a Mitchell Robinson, show today with Obi Toppin, I'm going to exclude them two out of this trade. just for that reason. So, Knox and Frank is gone. I would trade the 2022 pick. I'd probably trade that unprotected because I'm going to assume that 2022 there'll be, a top 5 seed. I give up the Dallas 2023 pick. I think I would pick this year, lottery protected, like top 5 protected. Damn, that shit sound like Isaiah Thomas, man.
Yeah, but we got excess though. We got excess stuff, so we can give up guys. It's not gonna be like the Melo trade because we have excess talent. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear you. It sounds cool, but it don't sound like a trade. It don't sound like I should be giving up that much for him. Like if Giannis was on the market, we wouldn't even be having this discussion.
Nah, but if Giannis was available and this is the guy we're trading for, we'll definitely have to give up half our roster.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? I packed their bags for them. Besides RJ Barrett. Y'all have a nice NBA career, but for that guy, yeah, you do something like that. But it's always a start. You got to start from somewhere. Like, let's say if they make the playoffs this season, you could go in this offseason with $50 million in cap space. Mavericks will probably give you a lottery pick. It's one superstar in the market. It's Kawhi Leonard. I don't know if he's gonna come here. He probably won't. But Kawhi Leonard also played with Kyle Lowry. I believe Kyle Lowry is a free agent this year. I believe so. You could probably attract those two. And then you attract those two. You could probably attract more veterans. And if you get those two, you could probably then trade. Then you could talk about, okay, trade for Giannis. You go get one of them because you got Kawhi in place. You got RJ in place. You got young pieces. If you trade out some of these young dudes, you still got Miles Powell in the G League. You got guys like that you could bring up. So it's many ways to improve the team, but that's a route I think the Knicks is trying to take. So I think that's why they're trying to win in the short term now. I feel like they're trying to cash out in 2021 free agency. I don't think tanking is an option right now. For just from what I'm seeing and the reports, I don't think it's an option.
Well, take a look at this. Joshua Rivera, I got this posted up here. He said the Knicks should wait a year or two until Brooklyn falls apart to start making these moves. So this goes back to the discussion, like, when do we start winning? Because you mentioned the word tanking. We're not supposed to be talking about that, right?
Nah.
But I mean, we mentioned the word tanking, right? So tanking, is like, we're gonna lose every year to try to get the highest draft pick and also all this other stuff. And then like a couple years ago, guys were saying, oh, we gotta wait years for Frank to develop. Oh, we gotta wait years for Knox to develop. All right, so we're waiting all these years. When do we start trying to get to win anything? We're just like, wasting time. It's like this is like going to school not knowing what you want to major in, and then you just keep taking classes. Oh, I'm gonna take a semester off. That way I can save some money and then I could do this. You know what I'm saying? It just becomes like, when are you gonna get your degree? When are you gonna pick a major? When are you gonna get a job? When are you moving out of my house? You know what I'm saying? Like, when are you gonna start your life? So like it's just crazy to me. Like people would they have short fuses with when it comes to like just basic stuff in life, whatever. But the Knicks, they'll wait forever, for them to develop certain guys and stuff, man.
Hey, I think you go overboard a little bit, just a little bit, because you got to bring up David Fizdale and Jeff Horner trash when you bring up development. And then hold on.
Yeah.
And you got to bring up the Andreas Bargnani trade. So we haven't really had a stable environment until this season. So you got to cut them boys some slack, at least. Like, I watched Frank sit half a season for Jared Jack, and we won 2 meaningless games at the end of the season. Remember when Tim Hardaway Jr. won the game winner? Damn. No Karl Anthony Towns. Like, little stuff like that aggravates me, and I remember stuff like that. So, bro, yeah.
I get it, man. But Hornacek was also handcuffed too. He's a guy that had nothing to do with the triangle, and they was asking him to run the triangle. He just came off of that other crazy dude, from the Lakers that was here. That was sleeping with Barnes, ex-wife, and
Derek Fisher.
Yeah, Derek Fisher. We just came off of that. Bunch of crazy stuff happened, and then what you mentioned, Fizdale was a fraud. From day one, he was a fraud. We had 3-point guards, and he started Trayer and RJ at the guard spot. Later on, we find out that it was RJ was the one that he wanted to be the point guard. And they didn't even play Trayer anymore. So it's like, we talking about mental midgets with these different guys and stuff. We were in trouble. We were a franchise in trouble. Right now, we're not that franchise anymore. And just like the NBA and sports, it kind of like things pick up. It's almost like football. Football, like 1 year, you don't know what they're doing. Next thing you know, that same football team that you thought was gonna go what wasn't gonna win a game, all of a sudden is in the freaking Super Bowl. So sports moves quick, man. Things happen.
Man, being a Knicks fan, man, it's tough, man. I wish nothing but the best for Frank and Knox, but I don't know, man. The writing is on the wall. We need a 3 bad. Like, that 3 position is. I'm sick of seeing Alec Burks and Reggie Bullock playing that position. So slide RJ to the 3. I think the organization sees RJ as a 3, so that's why they're targeting guys like Bradley Beal and CJMcCollum. But
Go.
I would prefer CJMcCollum. I think it would be less of a package to put together to get him instead of Bradley Beal, because CJMcCollum I think he's older, and he's coming off an injury. So I think that'd be easier to obtain than Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I think also too with Portland, they're already kind of just like they're already winning without CJ. So they could see the future. They got a couple guys coming up the pipeline. They got I don't have their roster up here, but they got 2 guys over the 2 young guys that are basically filling that void for CJ, whatever. So they could rock with that. If they can get anything from us, if they get a Knox, they have a chance to or they have a slot. Same way like DSJ has a slot in Detroit. What's the name? Portland has a slot at small forward for Knox to try to do something over there. So that's the leverage that not leverage, but that's like the chip that we have to kind of like sweeten that to get them to give whatever. Because no matter what we do, it's going to be the same group of guys that we're going to be sending to any of these guys. Because like I said, CJ like you said, CJ is hurt, and then Bradley Beal is in no man's land. Washington doesn't know what the hell they want to do over there. So we got to me, the Knicks have all the leverage in the world because we don't have to make the deal. Because when it comes down to it, I know we're talking about trades and stuff like that. When it comes to down to that, we could just shut it down and be like, listen, screw all you guys. We got 60-something million in cap space next year, and we got 2 first-round draft picks. So we don't have to make a deal. We're just trying to see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, so you're more with CJ.
Yeah.
I think it would be easy to get 1, 2. CJ, as far as I'm concerned, is a guy that he takes good shots.
Teammate, you don't hear too much nonsense about CJMcCollum. And plus, CJMcCollum with RJ Barrett that's a great fit. And he's a good fit with Randall because CJMcCollum could play off ball. And I think RJ would be more on ball. And I think CJMcCollum is a guy that could go get you a bucket. Like, we don't got a guy when teams is going on like 10-0 runs. Randall is cool, but he's not the guy that go get me a bucket in the 4th in the playoff game 3. I want CJ with the ball in his hands. You always want the guard with the ball in their hands. Another example, Giannis. I watched Giannis he took a bullshit mid-range jumper, and it looked so terrible. And when I'm watching her, I'm like, damn, Giannis needs a guy like Zach LaVine or Beal so bad. Because you need those type of guards who could get their own shot late in the 4th quarter. It's always going to be that way. It's been that way in the 80s. It's been that way in the 90s. I understand Hakeem won one, but that very next season he got Clyde. I understand Shaq won a couple, but he had Kobe. Everybody need a guard. We don't have an in-between guard. So CJ, and just like you said, Anthony Simmons, they got a couple young boys over there that they could play. They still got Carmelo Anthony, right? I don't know. We're going to see. But I think we could definitely get CJ for a lesser package than trying to give up the whole shebang for Bill, because I'm good on that. Yeah, what's the starting lineup? What's your starting lineup with CJMcCollum?
Well, if we get let me see. If we get CJ, it's basically the same thing. You plug CJ into the small forward, the shooting guard spot next to Alfred. You got to start them together. That's one thing too. I like these guys because they're shooters, whatever, and that just allows Alfred to just be the defender and opportunistic. If he gets a layup line, let him do that type of thing. But see, getting a CJ or Beal will take that responsibility of him being the only guy that can really get a bucket off the dribble outside of Randall. So anyway, you got to keep that. Basically, you just plug in. You just taking Bullock out, moving RJ to the 3, and then you stick in Beal or McCollum there. That's it right there. And then you just roll with how the bench guys go. One guy we haven't talked about yet is Demarcus Cousins, and I want Drummond. I kind of want to go that way because I feel like in the off season we can get like a dude like Oladipo maybe. That's after we get a Drummond. But since we're not talking about that today, we're talking about these guards, or whatever. Demarcus Cousins will be like another look, because we have to look at it like this. We get these guys. We're not getting the name. Derrick Rose is not the same guy like he was before. So we're not getting MVP Rose. We're getting this Rose. So Demarcus Cousins is not the guy that he was in Sacramento or with the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? He's a different dude, but he still could shoot that 3. You know what I'm saying? He's still a bully down low. He can get rebounds. You know what I'm saying? He could pass the ball. So you put him in spots like that to keep him whatever. So those are all things that Mitch can't do. So that's the different look that he gives. Mitch can still start with the way that he's been starting when he gets healthy. He can still start. But you bring in Demarcus Cousins off the bench, that's going to give you that extra look. He could be a trailer, a Rose and quickly running up the court. Demarcus could be that trailer. Or just, when it comes to playoff time, we got somebody that we can give the ball to that can actually do something. And then, also too, like let's say we play Philly in the first round. We got extra bigs that can make Embiid uncomfortable. excess in bigs. So you have to think of it that way. Leading into the playoffs. So I think it will set the table. I think if we was to get any of those guards like that, and then also get like the DeMarcus Cousins, I don't think any team would want to see us, man.
Yo, I like that thought process. Because it aligns with a narrative that I had like 3-4 months ago. Because I was all in on getting DeMarcus Cousins in the offseason. And my reasoning was Mitch gonna start. I need a guy who is opposite of Mitch. Like a guy who could go get me a bucket, a guy who could space the floor, a guy who's a better passer. And I always thought DeMarcus Cousins was a good fit. I think Nerlens is cool, but I think Nerlens should be situational. I think Taj Gibson should be situational. Taj Gibson should be like our Udonis Haslem, right? He should be the guy like he's always on the roster. The vet that he holds everybody accountable. So that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I would love DeMarcus Cousins to come in. While Mitch is hurt, I think they should take the opportunity and try to see what they could do. I think Tibbs could fix him. Cousins could come off the bench or he could start. I know he's shooting bad this season, but I'm not going to be a nerd and look at the percentages because, it's more to basketball than just percentages. I think the analytic boys really they kill the spirit of the game. I'm going to give you an example, bro. Last night, Anthony Edwards, he had this crazy dunk. Jammed it on. Boom. So dumbass Nate Duncan decides to write a tweet like, oh, he had a great dunk, but he was 3 for 7 from the field and he was 30%. Like, come on, bro. Like, they killing the game with that percentage BS. Like, Allen Iverson would make so many people on Twitter look like dummies in today's basketball because he was so inefficient, but he was so effective. So, I would love Boogie. I would love Boogie, especially against the 76ers or the Nets. And no, one more example. Last week, dude threw RJ Barrett, bro. He threw him right on the floor. Like, nobody pushed him or nothing. Like, Nerlens just looking at him. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on here? Like, no goon activity going on. So I need another goon in there. So I would love Boogie.
Yeah, that's what Boogie would do. See, like Boogie said, Boogie would bully half our roster. I hope so. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? We need to depussify the roster. You know what I'm saying? We need to depussify the league. All that, like you said, the analytic guys and all that. You just got Michael Mitch is also saying that do you want Boogie in your locker room? That's a whole other thing. Because I mean, that Randall podcast on JJ Redick's podcast was great. Because I mean, it just gives you like an insight of what's going on. Everybody's on the same page. It seems like. So I mean, you bring a DeMarcus there. DeMarcus is already familiar with Kenny Payne, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So all these guys are talking. Excuse me, World Wide West. All these guys are all talking and stuff like that. So behind the scenes, I'm quite sure they're all speaking and stuff. So like, if this was to happen, there's not a situation where we got to fit Boogie into the system. Boogie got to fit into what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you want to win, if you want to be successful, you got to fit in to what we're doing. So I think it would be great. And he's an older man now. Just like not even just 5 years ago, Derrick Rose was an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Just like five, I want to say 7, maybe 10 years ago, Melo was an asshole. Before Melo came to the Knicks, he had that big fight with Nate. Everybody forgets about that. Had that big fight where he slapped what's that dude? Marty Collins. You know what I'm saying? He slapped him. He got suspended all those games and stuff. People don't even talk about that no more. But I mean, when it comes to a certain age now Melo is like this god amongst Knicks fans and stuff like that. Things change, man. At least you hope. Things change. Derrick Rose is not the same dude he was to get himself involved in the situation he was before. And Boogie Cousins, he done got hurt a bunch of times. He's humbled and stuff like that. So you would think that that he would be ready for that next step. And also he want to be appreciated too. So these are different things that got to come into play too. So me and you talk basketball all day long, all night long and stuff. But it's just like, the perfect storm has to happen. like you mentioned, Shaq and Kobe. How did the Lakers even get Shaq? It's like I don't even know how the hell he got there. Then they traded Divox for Kobe. Then like all these other guys that they picked up, they were very important, like Rick Fox and all these different guys that were very important to their runs. They had 2 runs. They had one run with Shaq and Kobe. Then they had another run with Kobe by himself. How did they get a Marcus Gasol? All these things were like chance things that happen. You know what I'm saying? So why not us? We got Derrick Rose. How did we get him? DeMarcus Cousins, all these different guys. It has to be like Julius Randle out of nowhere became a good player. You know what I'm saying? This is all perfect storm shit. So hopefully that this is like something that's doing like this, and we could just keep getting this stuff on a wave, and then we could really start popping some shit out here, man. I can't wait to do that, man.
So DeMarcus Cousins, he gets bought out. So now we diving in the buyout market. And
he got bought out? Or you just saying
that's the agreement. Like they agree for him to get bought out. Well,
okay, I got you.
Part ways, so I'm gonna assume that he's gonna get bought out.
I got you.
So I'm looking at the contracts right now, and I'm looking at guys who might get bought out, and I'm looking at the amount of these contracts. So a couple of names that I see that might get bought out this season. Oof, damn, he made too much. God damn, Russ, Wall, Blake Griffin.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Blake Griffin. He makes a lot of bread, man. He got a lot of money on that contract.
He make $35 million.
Yeah.
John Wall make $41 million. Damn, god damn. Kevin Love. Porzingis. Nah, let me stop.
You make me swallow my teeth, man.
Oh man, Porzingis. Poor guy.
Yeah, I see Tony.
That's a couple of names.
Yeah, Tony's throwing around JJ Redick. What do you think about him?
I like JJ Redick. I don't like the fact that we get more vets on the goddamn roster. I don't like that. You bring me a goddamn young piece like Mo Bamba or something. Damn, like you gonna bring me another goddamn old vet, but whatever.
Yeah.
JJ is a good shooter though. I'll take JJ. Ain't seem like a good. I like JJ because I seen JJ on his podcast and I seen him on All the Smoke, and he looks like a dude who's just a genuine cool dude. Like he looked like one of those dudes that when I went upstate to college at Sunnydale High, he looked like one of those dudes where I walk in the room and he dad got the bong sitting on the table and like, yo, bro, you want to hit, bro? Like he looked like one of those dudes. So I could rock with JJ. He seemed cool. We need those type of guys anyway, man. We need those type of locker room guys. As long as we keep the balance, though, like keep me at least 6 young boys on the roster. Don't just vet me to death, man. Don't do me like that.
Well, I mean, JJ Redick's 36 years old too, man. He's gonna be 37 in June. Damn. 37 in June. That's old, man. For when you're talking about like pro basketball players, that's freaking old.
Damn. I know I'm getting old. Oh God. I remember when I just had a flashback. I remember when me and my cousin, we was playing, my cousin lived on 112th and Lenox Avenue in Forster Projects, and we was playing NCAA 2004. Was it 2004? Mm-hmm. Or 2003? It was one of those two. And he had JJ Redick, and I had Paul Millsap, and I think he scored 100 points with JJ. I scored like 115 with Paul Millsap, doing the same spin. It's the same spin move, like you couldn't stop it. Mm-hmm. But damn, I'm old. JJ Redick, 36, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember when he was a kid, because I mean, when he was coming up, I can't. Well, I mean, like say like a guy like Marbury. Right? Marbury's like 2 years older than me. So I remember when he was coming up. I remember going to a high school game. I was in high school, and Marbury was in high school too. Fast forward a little bit. I remember graduating school. I'm in college now, and I remember like these young kids were kind of talking about JJ Redick. Oh, this kid down, JJ Redick. He's this, that, and the other. I was still playing ball at the time. It's like, man, fuck JJ Redick, man. With this, that, that's I remember that stuff. But I'm talking about a kid that was like, just starting high school and stuff like that. So it's just interesting, man. So I'm pretty old too, man. It's annoying a little bit. Especially when you see guys, let's say like a Steph Curry and Seth Curry. I remember Del Curry sitting them on his knees and stuff, waving to the camera and stuff like that. When I used to watch NBA on what NBC or whatever the hell it was at the time. You know what I'm saying, with Steph Curry and whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. And now they got little babies and stuff. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how life is. But if you talk to a Knicks fan, Knicks is like, yo, man, we gotta wait to Steph and Seth Curry get 20 years old, man, and then we can win a championship. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get off that, man. I just wanna seize the opportunity right now. We got a little bit of extra capital, so I kind of want to pull it from this and invest it in something else. You know what I'm saying? Just to throw that into the conversation.
So me selfishly, regardless of any moves that is made this season, I want the Knicks to have 2 draft picks walk through that door this whole season. I don't care how they do it, but I just need 2 more. I need 2 more because I need Emmanuel quickly already rectifies the mistake of Frank Ntilikina being picked in 2017, right? Yeah, Brooklyn Belly, give me Mo Bamba and JJ. My friend, you is correct, brother. I definitely want Mo Bamba here. I've been screaming for Mo Bamba past like 2-3 weeks. Matter of fact, the halftime stream when Sim brought it up, OG Sim from Nothing But Knicks, and he was talking about yo, what's up with Terrence Ross? You know, Sim with the deep voice. What's up with Terrence Ross? Yo,
yeah, what's up with Terrence Ross? What's up with that joint? What's up with that joint right there?
I'm like, Mo Bamba from Harlem. He ain't playing a lot on Orlando neither. We could do Mo Bamba and Terrence Ross for Kevin Knox and something else. I don't know what else they'll take, but I'll do that. Send Kevin Knox home and bring Mo Bamba home. I would definitely do that.
Yeah, I was getting to that too. That's these are like sneaky moves that you could do that would definitely help us out next year and going forward too, man. We like to me, I feel like this before this season's over, this the trade deadline, we got to get something to add to this. And then once in the off season, now we have a picture to show guys, say, listen, we got these guys, we ready to rock. Do you want to get down? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's why I'm so adamant, because it doesn't have to be these guys that we mentioned. It could definitely be a Terrence Ross type of trade with Mo Bamba. Look at what we building here, guys. Do you want to be down? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be nice, man. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a functional franchise right before I say 2022, because a lot of these current superstars and all-stars who's on these big, humongous, dumb contracts is about to be coming off the books soon, probably like in 2023, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And what place will you go to when you towards the end of your career to try to win a ring? Well, RJ Barrett and the boys. You going to come to New York,
yeah,
and you going to try to win a ring late in your years. I already got Jimmy Butler circled 2022. I got him coming for the joyride. Yeah. I don't know about Chris Paul, but he might come too. These dudes all of them is paid. Like all of them, you got your money. Like you made $40 million your last contract. They're gonna accept vet minimums, and we could probably still have cap space to get a A-level player. I don't know who that player is, but I guess we'll wait and see. I just hope we don't give up everything for that said player, or we wait and get that said player.
But what year did you say? You said Butler is gonna come in what year?
2022.
All right, you said 2022. That's the 2022 offseason, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do we need Knox for? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get Jimmy Butler in 2022. What do we need Knox for? God. You know what I'm saying? What do we need Frank for if Chris Paul is gonna come in 23? You get what I'm saying?
But Knox, see, you need a guy. You always need a young wing on the roster. I just think that Knox wasn't.
Well, we're gonna draft two. If we don't do nothing, we're gonna draft. We might possibly draft two this offseason coming up. So what we need Knox for?
But how we going to draft 2 when we trying to give up those 2 draft picks for Bradley Beal? See,
if we do or we don't. We do or we don't. If these guys don't want to trade with us, then we got 2 draft picks. So then why do we need Knox for? If you're already going to get 2 draft picks already.
Brother.
So I mean, if we trade one draft pick, get rid of Knox, and then draft, what's that, Kabunga, whatever his name is, Kaminja, whatever his name is. Let's say if like we just in a freaking wave right now, we going crazy. You know, we went and we traded for Bradley Beal for the package that we said, whatever, and then we kept our 1 draft pick, that Dallas draft pick, and then now we won the lottery and we got that freaking Kaminga guy, whatever his name is. Then what? Then what? You're gonna be butt naked, man. You're gonna be walking around butt naked in the fucking streets, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. I would call Milwaukee, and I will gladly offer that pick for Giannis.
Oh my god!
Yo! If Giannis is on the table at any point within the next 2 years, die hard. Pack them kids' bags, bro. Pack everybody bags besides RJ Barrett. Pack them. I'm packing them.
Listen, we already explained how we would get these guys. Let's say if they accepted the trade, right? Now we walking out there with Julius Randle, right? We got RJ, we got Mitch, we signed Cousins too. We got Elfrid still here for now. Then we got Bradley Beal. We got Rose, we got Quickly, and we got Obi still, because I don't know if Obi's gone or not. We got all those different guys, right? And we drafted Kaminga because we won the lottery, because we just on this ill wave, right? We got Kaminga or whatever. Like, why would we package all that stuff to get Giannis? We got enough talent on the roster to bust Milwaukee's ass. Why do we need Giannis?
It wouldn't happen that it wouldn't happen that way. It would be basically like this, like boom. The only way the Knicks, it's only one path, honestly. The Knicks gonna have to try to get Kawhi to come over here, and then you trade for a guy like Giannis of that caliber. I don't think it's possible though. So then it's like, if you get Bradley Beal, then you're all. First of all, if you get Bradley Beal, he's all in. You're re-signing. That's 1. 2, if you get a guy like Bradley Beal, you have to make sure that you don't give up everything, because it's no superstar free agents in free agency the next few years.
Right.
Like it's none. So you can't give up everything. And 3, got to keep RJ Barrett, man. Got to keep RJ. I'm sorry, people. This about to sound blasphemous. RJ is untradeable for me. I'm good. Everybody else, I can't speak for them. But RJ, that's my boy. I'm good. He should be here until he retires. He should be a Knick lifer. Word. Keep RJ at all costs. That is fact. Keep him at all costs.
If you're talking about after we do all that, and then now you're talking about trading for Giannis, RJ got to go in that trade.
No, he don't. Because
how we getting Giannis?
And if we get Giannis, we're not trading for Beal. Like, it's one or the other, because you can't. The assets that you use to give up for Beal, you're not gonna have no more assets now. You get what I'm saying? So you got to get a free agent. Like, this is how the Nets was able to do what they did. They got 2 free agents in the door, right? And when they got 2 big free agents to walk in the door, they used a lot of their assets and got the 3rd guy to come in, which was James Harden. So the Knicks need to do something like that to that extent, so they don't use up all their assets and that said trade, and then they're just boxed in. You don't want to be boxed in for the next few years, and then you just the Orlando Magic. You don't want to be like that, man.
So that's what you want to do. You want to do like the Nets. You just want to get assets and then trade everybody for like the biggest stars you can find out there. That's what you want to do. I was called out last night on Uncle Freezy pod. Mm-hmm. So the dudes on the pod was like, "So yo, bro, you wouldn't trade 8 first-round picks
for James Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. So I looked at him. I'm like, no. I said no. They like, oh, nah, you capping. I'm like, bro, I would do it for 3 caliber players of that caliber, but not for that 3. Like, not for that 3. I would give up that for a 3 like Kawhi, Giannis, and RJ, and get me somebody else. I would like that. I would not give up 8 first-round picks for KD. Because, bro, KD joined the 73 and 19. He's soft. His rings don't count. They're fake. He took 2 years off my life. I don't like him. You got a playoff choker in James Harden who lost me $300 in a bet because he wanted to go 2 for 8. No, he went 2 for 11 in Game 6, playoff goddamn for 5 years straight. Then you got Cuckoo Kyrie. I can't trust Kyrie. So since I can't trust Kyrie, no, I wouldn't do it for that big 3. So I don't want to do it the way that the Nets did it because that's too risky. Now, if the Knicks got Kawhi, you get Kawhi to walk through that door, and Kawhi be like, yeah, yo, I want to play with RJ, yo. I like that kid. Yeah, yo, I like that Emmanuel Quickly kid, yo. I keep that Obi kid too. Go get me Giannis though. That's how you work the market. You gotta get that's when you get Michael Mitchell. See, now you talking stuff that I like to see. Now Lonzo, Will Barton. Now you go get pickups like that to scale out your team because you making trades like that. Because if you get that'd be nice, man.
But just to interrupt what you said, man, I don't like the idea of having a star come here and tell us what he wants to do.
That's a fact.
I don't like like how that sounds with Kawhi coming here. Yo, go get me this guy. Then I don't want Kawhi. If Kawhi's gonna come here and talk about y'all, go get me this guy, go get me that guy. Then that kills everything that we're doing here. Because I feel like right now, even if we don't do nothing, I feel like we can get into the playoffs how we are now and make the same noise. So I like being top 5 defense. I like bullying guys the way that we're bullying. Say of course we would like to improve in certain areas, but I like the style of basketball that we're playing. So I would love to keep this ball rolling. Let everybody know this is how we're playing. We're not gonna switch up and try to play a different way. This is how we're playing. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to come to us and play with us, then this is what it is. Tom Thibodeau's the coach. Don't come here saying that we want this guy, we want that guy, and now Tom Thibodeau is on a hot seat. Lame duck coach, just like the freaking the Brooklyn Nets. They went and got Steve Nash and all that. I don't ever want a situation like that because that's what makes me sad about Brooklyn. Because of course I'm a diehard Knicks fan, but I'm from Brooklyn. This is New York, so I want to support a team like that. But I just don't like the vibe that the way they went about things. Because to me, it's not about the team. It's just about them. Because you just hear everything about them. You forget about half of the other roster that they have, because like nobody even knows unless you follow the Nets really. You got guys like they always mention the white dude, but they got Shamit, they got a couple other dudes on the roster too. Nobody knows who their power forward is, nobody knows who their center is. It's just weird. It's like I really don't like that vibe.
Yeah, that's true. And Audi said, would I trade RJ? If a team offered me Cade Cunningham, would I trade Cade Cunningham? Would I trade RJ Barrett for Cade Cunningham? No, I would not. I just told you that I would have traded RJ. If I had to pick between my parents and RJ, my parents is going. I'm picking RJ. So, no, I'm sorry. I'm good, bro. I'm not trading RJ, bro.
Man, Mother's Day is coming soon, man. You gotta be careful.
I know, but she'll understand. I told her the other day. I said, Ma, look, Ma, I love you, but RJ, you gonna have to understand. I gotta ride with RJ, man. No funny. Listen, that Porzingis situation, I'm still a bit salty about it because that's the first time in my lifetime where I've ever seen a young player that caliber go AWOL like that. Like he went AWOL. And I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this kid? Like we protected him because he was a poor rebounder. He was soft. Dude was 7'3", playing like a shooting guard. We still protected him. We was calling him the White Hakeem. I called him the Great Hope, right? He was nice. And then he just did that and just ruined his career with the nonsense. His brother coming in there like a Lativian mob boss and demanding everything. And nah, man, Dolan was like, nah, man, get this guy out of here, man. I'm the big dog. Like, I can't let a little dog big dog me. That's when you start. That's why I love Dolan sometimes, man. Dolan, I know he's an asshead, but no, he's not an asshead. He just he's emotional. That's what he is. He's very emotional, right?
Well, he's rich.
And he's rich as hell. But
yeah, most people that are filthy rich, they care too much about what you say about them, you know?
That's a fact.
It's all about ego.
But the one thing I always give to Dolan has hired the most minorities in all of sports, not just basketball, all of sports in the past 30 years. 30 years. So, 20 years since he's been in 1999. I'm bugging. 20, 21 years, whatever. So I don't care what nobody say. Dolan gonna spend his money. He hires minorities. He hired the first Mexican American. He got a Jewish man on his staff. Man, that man, I'm good with that. Dolan hasn't said a word since we was about to threaten to go to the Garden and park out there and call for his head, and he gave us Phil Jackson and said, "Shut the hell up." So I'm good with Dolan for right now.
Yeah, but what you saying about Kristaps, man? You were saying Hakeem and those different things. That's the reason why he got traded, because KP don't got no moves. You know, you put him out there, he just stand like he'll score. Like, I mean, he scores his points. I get it, but I mean, like it's not like he gets like you can give KP the ball and say, "Yo, give me 23 points" or whatever. His thing is mostly like, okay, I'm tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get a jump shot. I'm just taller than you. You know what I'm saying? If I get the lane to the basket, I'm big as hell. You can't really stop hit like the former same way like Giannis is, except that Giannis has the ability to put the ball on the floor. KP don't got that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then also too, the writing was on the wall with his health and stuff. So that was really just the basketball guys. Listen, you talking all this shit, but yo, your knees is messed up. You ain't got no moves. You ain't trying to get better. So listen, bye. You know, and then now hindsight, Dallas Mavericks, instead of making this trade, giving us 2 first-round picks, they should have just signed Julius Randle. You know what I'm saying? They still would have 2 draft picks if they signed Julius Randle instead of giving us, you know, their farm just for KP. They're not in trouble.
Yeah, yo. Scott Perry went in there like a mob boss, stuck him up, said, "Give me your draft picks, and you're going to take these terrible contracts." He flipped that right into Julius Randle, one of the best value contracts in the NBA right now, and flipped Dennis Smith Jr. to Derrick Rose, who's a contributor right now to a good-looking bench. Yo, he's been good, bro. Scott Perry has been masterclass. Porzingis ruined his career by asking for that trade.
He should have just kept quiet. Because, I mean, we went and drafted RJ, and then we cleaned up the cap space. Right now, he would have been in a better position to, to build something good rather than just being like they're actually trying to trade him out there. You know, they're part of trade rumors out there, you know, to get rid of KP and trying to get, Luka some help out there. Because, it's okay when KP is there and he's healthy and stuff, but day to day, they need more help. You know what I'm saying? So KP is that guy. You know, that's something too. I want to keep an eye on that situation. Dallas might actually try to do something to try to get them some help over there.
If they trade Porzingis, nah, the Knicks gotta win this trade by getting the top 5 pick. They gotta keep hold of that pick. I don't think Dallas going to the playoffs, man. I don't think they're going to the playoffs, man. I don't know. It's too tough for them. It's such an uphill climb. Golden State got to keep losing. You know, Shaq over here on TNT the other day, he just made a bet that the Kings is making the playoffs. So I'm gonna just go with Shaq. Well, Houston is bowing out, so they're not making the playoffs, obviously.
Yeah, they're embarrassing. They remind me of the Knicks, Houston Rockets.
Not really. I think
they got the Marbury thing going on with Wall.
Wall. No, I think Wall gonna get bought out. I don't know how much. I think they're gonna have to change something in the NBA to where a team gonna have to pay a guy a big check, and you could have him walk away because it's COVID. Because Wall, it's no point in Wall finishing the whole season there. Let's be real. Him, PJ Tucker, all those vets, Eric Gordon. It's no point in all of them finishing there. And also the incentive for the Rockets is to tank, because I think their pick, if it's not in the top 3 or in the top 4, I think they don't keep their pick. So that's tough. I think that was that call by management, like, yo, 11-17, y'all winning too much, man. I think they made that call. You see what the Timberwolves did, management. They did that trade with Andrew Wiggins and Boy D'Lo. So now they pick. If it drops out of the top 3, it's unprotected, they don't get their pick. They said, nah, D'Lo, you gonna have to fake an injury, champ.
Yeah, man, but that's why I compared them to the Knicks, because the Knicks were just in that situation where we got all this we almost capped out, and we got no chance to get better. We got draft picks already given away because we made a stupid trade before, So that's the exact same place that we were in just like not too long ago, man. Yeah, that's my thing. I don't want to get back to that again, man. That's why, like the whole thing is we just need to get better. We have to expedite this. We got enough talent and capital, and we just kind of gotta figure it out, man. Try to get better. So I mean, like, at this moment right now, what do you want the Knicks to do? Because I mean, we got a month. We got about a month for the trade deadline.
Give me another week. You gotta give me till March. I need at least until the first week of March, because I want to see what they do these next few games, because it's going to tell a lot about the season these next few games. I need another week. I need another week in order to see, because I gotta see them make it to at least 500 for me to feel confident about any type of trade of Beal caliber, Zach LaVine. For me to feel confident about any of that, they gotta be at least 500. Don't just sell me the false hope of a rebuild. Then you go out, yo, man, we just gave 4 first-round picks for Bradley Beal in a dream and 34 points per game. Yeah, Knicks fans. I don't want that shit no more. I'm good. I got you. Did that with Melo, man.
I got you, man, but we still like in like 6th spot right now for the playoffs.
Oh.
Whatever it is right now.
Terrible. The East is terrible, man. The East is terrible. I don't. Giannis made a freaking big mistake, man. I'm still mad he signed that contract, man. He could have been a Knick, man. Too bad.
That's the thing. Nobody wants to be a Knick until we can show that we can do something. And it's like also too. You just said there's nobody like free. So if you're gonna get a player, we got to trade for him. There's nobody in the free agency market to get. Even Kawhi and all these guys, they're player options. So Kawhi can stay in the Clippers. You know?
Yo, it's tough.
It's tough, in there. Like I think the first person that's available, I think, is Oladipo. He's the only one that's like restricted. Then after Oladipo, I think it's what's the other dude from Toronto? Kyle Lowry. I think Kyle Lowry is the next one. So I mean, like these are the best free agents in the market for next year. So that's what I'm trying to say. If we make this trade to get a star, that's one way to get it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of signing a guy.
Yeah, because I think DeMar DeRozan he's gonna go home. He's gonna go to LA. Kyle Lowry, It depends. Kawhi might stay. So now you're looking down the list. It's like, yeah, you don't really want none of those guys. And the next free agency, I think that got any type of player that the Knicks will look at is 2024, 2025. That's 4 years from now.
Julius Randle will be 30 years old.
Oof, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Obi Toppin will be what? 36? I mean, it's gonna be 26.
Not 30. No, 36. I thought more like 42.
But you never know, man. They think sports. Your life comes at you in sports. Obi Toppin could make a move, and next thing you know, he's out for the year. And
don't do knock on.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, scratch. I don't want to put that out there, but I mean that could happen to anybody, though.
Yeah, it can.
That can happen to anybody.
It can. And 19 comment NYC 84. Nobody big come in. Yo, bro, I agree with you. And
don't agree. Don't agree to that. Don't agree with him.
Nah,
the thing is, as a fan, you by putting it out there, oh, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do that. Then don't expect nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna keep saying like, yo, oh no, we ain't gonna trade for that guy. Oh, we ain't gonna sign that guy. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. If we ain't gonna do it, then why are you here? Why you no disrespect necessarily to you, my man. I'm just saying. Like that's what fans do. Now we ain't getting him. Oh, this is gonna be the same old Knicks, just like when we had Kiki Vandeweghe. Same old Knicks back in the days when we had like whatever, like Jerome whatever from the '60s, Jerome James, all these different guys. You know what I'm saying? Then you deserve every last one of them because every time something happens, you be like, yo, nah, we ain't getting that. Knicks ain't doing that. We ain't making the playoffs. Then yo, why are you here? Why are you here?
It's fair, yo. It's fair when you go. It's fair
it's the power of word. That's what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. Like you have your podcast, I have my podcast. It's all we're talking about the Knicks. If it wasn't for us talking about the Knicks, we would have to deal with Max Kellerman and those guys. You know what I'm saying? That's the negativity that's been contributing to this bullshit that we've been dealing with right now because of us coming up talking about the Knicks and stuff. We're bringing up the positivity. So anybody that's talking negative, like yo, Knicks ain't gonna do that, Knicks ain't gonna do it, Knicks ain't gonna do that. Then yo, man, take that somewhere else. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. Like the Knicks might not do it. Okay, cool, but at least let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Don't just be like, nah, man, Knicks ain't gonna do nothing. Like whatever, man. I don't want to hear it.
I think the guy that was brought here to answer Knicks fans who think like that. Sometimes I think like that a little bit, to be honest with you, because of what I've been through with the Knicks. But
nah, man.
James Dolan hired World Wide West to answer fans like that. Get a guy behind the scenes. Yo, man, come to the Knicks, man. You my boy, man. 20 years. That favor back in 84. I threw you that little girl, that little prostitute. It's time now. So, I think Mike Woodson, World Wide West, Kenny Payne, Johnny O, I think behind the scenes, that's what they was hired for, to go get us a guy. To go get a trade to happen that's equal value for both teams, where we don't look like we're getting holed again because Denver hold us. they screwed us. They bamboozled us. That Melo trade was brutal. You gave up four starters, multiple first round picks, and then because of the Melo trade, stupid Phil Jackson say, "Oh well, I think Andreas Bargnani reminds me of Paul Gasol," so he trades for Bargnani, and
But check this out, man. Check this out. Like, we all go through stuff in life, right? They say I'm dating a girl, whatever. And I think, this is wifey, this, that, and the other. Meanwhile, I'm saying this is wifey. One of my boys is looking at the bitch like this, like, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, next thing you know, like he's smashing my girl out. I have no idea about it because I never experienced it before. So now that I experienced it with this chick, now I'm gonna say, yo, like, all women are like that. I'm never gonna get a girl. I'm never gonna marry no girl. I'm never gonna give a girl my heart. I'm never gonna spend no money on no girl and this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? No, you got to think about it. You were the one that was so naive that was sleeping with the neighborhood whore. You know what I'm saying? You were the one that was sleeping with the neighborhood whore. That was a life lesson you needed to learn. So once you learned it, now like sometime throughout in the future, you got to freaking learn how to navigate yourself as a person trying to get a female or whatever what you want. You got to be able to navigate through all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna like blame something that somebody that you was dating when you were 16 and you're still talking about the same shit when you were 42. It's like, yo, man, somewhere along the line you gotta come through, you know what I'm saying? You can't just like still talking about something that happened in the 60s. Because Spike Lee pisses me off, man, and it annoys me also that people keep referencing him. Well, I want to know what Spike Lee got to say. Yo, Spike Lee is still talking about I was there in 1969 and when the Knicks won the first championship. When Willis Reed walked through the door, I was there. Like, yo, do you know how long ago that was? That was like 40 years ago. 50 years ago, man.
Spike Lee better stop his nonsense. And good looking Kevin Bergen. Bogdani was traded under Grunwald, was he?
Who's that?
Yeah. The Andres Bogdani trade. He said it wasn't under Phil. Yeah, I think you're right. That definitely wasn't under Phil. I believe you're right. It was probably
that was still a Steve Mills deal. Steve Mills, I think, had the final say with that.
Mills. Oh, Steve Mills. Oh, nah. Shout outs to Steve Mills. We could spit on his grave, whatever his Nick grave. But
he ain't dead. He's not dead though. He didn't die. He didn't die.
I'm He's still alive. His Nick grave. The Nick grave.
Nick grave. Okay. Yeah. We are ready to kill that motherfucker.
Man, when I heard that little news come out. When he wanted to trade for D'Lo, he was giving up first-round picks and all that. I know James Dolan probably woke up, see that, drunk some coffee, say, yo, Steve Mills, come to my office, man. You bugging. You bugging.
Yeah, I know a couple people that work around the garden and stuff, and they were saying that he legit was like monologuing in there and pissed off. Like, you're going to fire me? He was like that type of shit in the office, man, because to him, it was a shock when they fired him. So he was like embarrassed and he was monologuing. He didn't want to leave.
Word.
Yeah, that's what I heard, man, from a couple of people that work behind the scenes and stuff. No doubt.
I can believe it too.
And he talks like this, like, "Oh, you're gonna fire me? You're gonna fire me?"
A black man, he walk in there, he got his coffee, his good suit on. Dolan just like, I gotta fire you, man. What you mean you gotta fire me, man? It's 18 years. We've been here 20 years.
The voice got to be lower though. Voice got to be more high pitched though. I can't even get to that pitch where he be at, man. With the way he talks.
Oh man, yo.
Yeah.
God.
I wanna apologize to everybody that maybe just popping in now and hearing me yell and stuff. I get excited, man. That's why I'm the diehard Knicks podcast, man. I just be bugging sometimes because it's just the same. I just don't want to hear the same old thing, bro.
So Lil Tweaky White, y'all pro Bill to let RJ go and Picks go, brother. I don't know if you just tuned in, brother. I just said that if I had to choose between my parents and RJ Barrett,
you said it
my
again.
Parents will have to go.
Oh my god!
And RJ Barrett will be staying.
And Mama State, he don't mean that. Mama State, he don't mean that.
I don't mean that, but nah, man, she got to go too, man. Not for no RJ, man. Not for no RJ, man.
Oh
I'm sorry, man. It's over for that, man. RJ's the highest pick of my lifetime. It's quiet.
Yeah,
not trading him.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I like hanging out with you, man. It's good to talk Knicks with stuff. A lot of people are saying that we need to do this more often. Me and you just chop it up every once in a while.
I'm here. I got these lovely headphones. I got this microphone. See, I wanted to fix it up today, but yeah, it's like a whole bunch of whatever. So I'm gonna fix it up tonight when I get a chance to.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, yo, bro. We definitely gonna do more of these, bro. Definitely.
Well, you got that mailbag thing you wanted to do. We could always still do that, but we just get in and how we get it in, man.
I want to shoot. I want to shoot for a mailbag next week towards the end of the month because I want to see if this Bradley Beal rumors. I want to see if everything gets juicier before this mailbag because I know people gonna have specific questions is crazy too. Oh, where he's at? Come available, best for you. Nah, man. Nah, man. I feel you, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm not training RJ, bro.
Yo, shout out to Hadouken, man. He's in one of the group chats that we in, man. We had an eventful day today, man. A couple of freaking arguments bust out. So good, man. That's I think we're gonna cut it out, man, because I gotta get up at 3. Thank you, thank you, State. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my fault, bro.
But I just want to shout out to everybody on this watching that found this link on Twitter and stuff. Everybody on Twitter, State is absolutely out of his mind on Twitter, man. You freaking crazy as I don't know what, man. But it's a lot of conversations that go on there. It's all some people get a little bit too crazy, a little too personal stuff, man. But it's all fun, man. We all talking about something that don't mean that. Where's the thing? It don't mean nothing, man. This don't mean nothing. Look at this. This is an illusion.
Oh, I got both my young boys, my boy RJ and my boy Frank Ntilikina, who might not be a Knick anymore soon. So I'm sad about that, man. But, I gotta let you get out of here, man. I know it's damn near 11:30. You need to get some sleep, bro.
Yeah, it's getting close to Freezy territory. Well, yeah, Freezy about to start in another 15 minutes, man. So we gotta let everybody get their coffee together so they can be up for like the next 12 hours talking to Freezy over there. Yeah, I have yet to get on that show. I just can't do it because of the time restraints and stuff like that. But one day you might see me on there, and hopefully my energy is high enough where I can go on my evil rants, whatever,
You're gonna need a good cup of coffee for that, man.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody here, man. We got a bunch of guys here. This is actually one of my guys here. This is the left hand of God right there. My man CTA Frank. Like I said, Hadouken, my man 19X-Con. I was just shouting just now. Don't take it personally. I'm just talking in general. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. At one point, it was like 40-something people in here. Everybody was chatting too, so that's good. Thank everybody for tuning in, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you everybody for tuning in, man. My God, diehard, man. I appreciate you bringing me on the pod once again, man. Talking. And once I seen that World Wide West stuff today, I said, "Nah, we gotta do a pod today." It was over. I had to talk about it real quick. But I'm gonna definitely let you get out of here. Everybody, my Instagram, my Twitter is the same. SNYK pod. State of the New Y1 pod. You can find me on Apple Podcasts, Google, everything, man. Stitcher. I know a diehard. I know you got the graphic.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. There it goes.
Yeah, man. It's everywhere. Spotify, Google Play, TuneIn, Player, FM, Apple Podcast, Amazon, whatever. You can find me on there as well. State of the New York Knicks Podcast. But diehard, please get some rest.
Yeah, I'll try, man. I'll try.
Thank you, bro. Knick Nation. Salute to y'all, man. Peace.
Peace, man. We out of here.